contribution margin per unit. Then we want contribution margin ratio. Enter, and then skip that line. Enter again. Okay. Then we have we want break-even point. Yep. Then break-even point units. Then safety margin. Safety margin units.
Oh, in our statement, we didn't do this. The
We're not-
company.
No, this isn't for income statement. This is for management. We're inside the company. And then safety margin percentage. Yes. And then safety margin units percentage. And then operating leverage.
Leverage.
Leverage. Oh, okay, you got it. Yes? And then that's it.
Let me know if you all want me to scroll up.
This is good. Okay, everybody has the titles in? Okay, then let's go up to results. Yep, to results, right. And then so we want to build our formulas. So for total revenue, how do we get total revenue? Selling price per units times number of units, right? So we want the sale that has selling price per unit before times the sale then that has number of units. Yep, and enter, right?
I'll just highlight the formula for
Mm-hmm.
you.
Did you enter that?
Yeah, I'm just putting that in place so that people can see it.
Oh, okay. Because they can also,
Yeah,
yeah,
they can
you
just
should
follow the
probably,
same.
right. Everybody has that formula? Right? Okay, enter, so we get a 0.
I can do it here.
No, not in results, no numbers, it's formulas. Yep, there you go, yes. Total variable costs, I mean, you can work variable costs per unit times number of units. Right? 6 times PA, yes. Good. Contribution margin, revenue minus total variable costs. Right? There are no figures in yet. We're building our model. We're getting our formulas right so our model can operate. Right? You're just following. Right? Everybody knows what contribution margin is, right? Contribution margin, revenue minus total variable costs. And instead of writing it in words, we're using a formula to pull from the sales.
Is there any other name for contribution margin?
In management?
Yeah.
No.
Can we only call it margin? Contribution margin.
Well, no, because we have contribution margin. Somebody would call this operating profit margin. Somebody would call everything net profit margin. So it should be, because you have different levels of margin.
So net profit margin. And
No,
contributing
this is
margin.
operating income or operating profit. So this would be operating profit. And the ratio. And the ratio.
Because this term is new. I
Yes.
have never heard
Yes.
contribution. I have heard margin.
Is everybody here?
Yes.
Right? Contribution margin, right? You can see, what does contribution margin tell us? It tells us how much after paying the variable costs do we have
Without considering
to
the
pay
fixed cost.
fixed costs and deliver profit. Right? Okay, then total fixed costs, then make that equal to the input line for fixed costs, B5. Yep. Yes.
Contribution margin minus fixed cost. What?
Fixed cost,
Equal to fixed cost. On top.
Fixed cost is just equal to the B5.
right? Fixed cost. And then operating income equals contribution margin minus fixed costs. Or you can do revenue minus total costs, but we don't have a total cost line, right? Yes? Good. Right. All right, let's go up and let's put some numbers in. Selling price per unit 10. Make that 10.
Contribution minus fixed cost.
Make fixed cost 1,000.
What's 10? Selling price
Price per unit.
Variable cost?
5,
Unit?
5, yes. And then make the number of units 1,000. Right. So now our model should be showing us we're going to make a profit of 4,000.
4,000.
Right. Now, everybody here and everybody's model produced that. Yes? Okay. So what is contribution margin per unit?
Margin per unit. 4,000, sorry, 5,000 divided by number.
Selling price.
Yeah.
If contribution
Margin.
in total is revenue minus total variable cost,
Yeah.
contribution margin per unit is selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. Right? Or you can do the long division, right? Contribution margin 5,000 divided by 1,000 units,
Number of units.
we get 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So, contribution margin ratio. CMR equals contribution margin divided by revenue.
Point 5. 50%.
Yep. And then
Do
make
you
that,
want me to do it?
yeah, make it a percentage so you understand your model. Yes. Right. You can just format right click.
Let's make it percentage.
Now right click. Yeah, and then a percentage. Yep. And then you can eliminate. We don't need all the decimal places. Yep.
500%.
Yep. So, so you got contribution margin divided by total revenue equals 50%, right? So think about what you're doing. If contribution margin ratio is 50%, what percent is total variable cost?
Albert, you are going so fast for me. I really need
You're here, right?
my operating income came 4,000. I don't know where I did mistake.
Well, check your formulas.
Can you show the operating income?
Contribution margin minus.
No, operating income is
Yeah.
revenue minus total cost. Revenue minus total variable cost plus total fixed cost.
It's not coming. 6,000. That formula is right. But it's not coming. Can you just add it?
Which one you're talking about? Operating income.
Yeah. My formula is right, but it's not coming 4,000.
Okay. So we will have to see first of all contribution margin. What is your contribution margin?
It is fixed.
No. Contribution margin is equal to total revenue minus variable cost. Your contribution margin is revenue minus variable cost, which is 10,000 minus 5,000. Then you will get
But everybody, the formulas are right here on the board. Everybody's panicking. The formulas are right here on the board. Okay, is everybody here? Everybody's at contribution margin, right? We got a contribution margin ratio of 50%. Right? I said if our contribution margin ratio is 50%, then what percentage is total variable cost?
Can you take it to contribution margin per unit?
Per unit.
Yeah.
See, selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit.
Or contribution margin divided by number of units. Right? Whichever way you want, right?
50%, is that manually or that is a formula as well?
That's a formula.
I am writing the formulas in the right side. Contribution margin divided by revenue.
Yeah, the formula for contribution margin ratio, contribution margin divided by revenue. Right? Okay,
Long that we left this now.
so are we all here now?
Yeah.
So I asked the question again. If contribution margin revenue is 50%, what percentage is total variable cost? If this ratio is 50%, what percentage is total variable cost? Well, total variable costs are 5,000, total revenue is 10. They're all operating off of the same thing, right? We're down here. So if what's left is 50%, how much? Right. So whatever contribution margin ratio you get, you've got to feel. If this was 60%, 40% variable cost. If it's 20%, 80% variable cost. Right? Good. Okay. So what is break-even point? What is that?
It's profit, I mean, expense, cost equal to income.
Yeah, right? Income equals total cost. Income equals total cost. No, yeah. Revenue, right? We can start there. Revenue equals total cost, break even. How else could we say? How else could we say break even? Well, right, you can see that revenue equals total cost, and then profit is zero. Zero profit, right? So I'm saying, how else could we say that?
Selling price equal to cost.
Well, we can also say contribution margin equals fixed cost. Look at your models, right?
Yeah.
You can say contribution equals fixed cost equals zero profit, right? Okay. So since
Yeah.
that okay. So break even point, to determine break even point, then break even point in total would be in your model. Yeah, in your model. Yeah. Fixed cost. Use your model. Not use your model, then it's easier to copy.
Okay.
Right, so you want the cell in your model, fixed cost divided by contribution margin ratio. So our break-even point in revenue is 2,000. Right? So what should be our answer in this cell? With the information you know now, what should be the answer in this cell? If our break-even revenue is 2,000, then how many units do we need to sell to break even?
500.
But our selling price per unit is 10. So we know we should compute 200 ought to be there. Our selling price is 10. Right? So you know what we ought to do. So break-even point in units is fixed costs. Take your total fixed costs, B14, divided by CMU, contribution margin per unit. Oh, look at that, right? So we ought to know, I mean, we're building a model to help us, but if we're thinking about what we're doing, some of this stuff should come to us intuitively. We should know what we should be able to expect. Okay, is everybody there? Understand what I've said so far? Yes? All right, safety margin. Safety margin equals our plan minus the break even. Our plan, our budgeted, our estimated, whatever word you want to use, right? So our safety margin in currency here would be revenue minus the break even point. Yep. Minus the break even. Yep. 8,000, right? So we know what ought to appear here, right? So our planned level of units was 1,000, right? Go to number of units in our model. Number of units, 1,000, right? Minus the break-even units of 200.
Why my break-even point is coming?
Right?
It's 400, right, Shruti?
No.
Which one?
No.
21, BEP units.
Break-even point units is 200.
Because
2,000
it is BEP.
divided by selling price per unit of 10 is 200. I mean,
Yeah, it says BEP divided by CM per unit. So BEP is 2000 divided by per
no,
unit.
break-even point units is the break-even turnover divided by the selling price per unit.
Oh, selling
Not
price.
CM.
You mentioned
That's
contribution margin price.
No, selling price per unit. 2,000 turnover divided by selling price of 10 is 200 units.
It's still 200 units.
Right, because you took the right cell to begin
Because
with.
you wrote the formula.
You wrote the
Looking at
formula.
CM per unit.
Right, the selling
price.
price, SPU. Selling price, yeah, there you go, yeah. Right? Well, instead of, to make sure that you're clear for your model, right? That's our plan level of revenue minus the break even, and our plan level of units minus the break even units. Yes?
Can you show the formula of 21?
21.
BP units, yeah.
Yeah. B20 minus divided by B4.
B?
4. It is
Selling
break-even point which is 2000 divided by selling price per unit which is 10. 2000 by 10.
Or you could do fixed costs divided by CMU.
Oh, just show me the formula.
B20 by B4.
Yeah, there's more than one way to peel an orange, right? So, right, fixed cost 1,000, CMU is 5, 1,000 divided by 5 equals 200.
तो 23 पे जाइए 23 पे जाइए फॉर्मूला
ये वाला हाँ नंबर ऑफ जो जो है सर
कैन यू गो टू फॉर्मूला दिस फॉर्मूला
which formula
1000 minus
200 200 DEP units
Everybody here? We understand then what break even is and what safety margin is. Right? Safety margin is our wiggle room based against what it is we're planning to do. Right? Let's see. So our safety margin percentage is the safety margin divided by the plan. So safety margin percentage in total would be our safety margin, B22, divided by our plan, which is the total revenue. Yep. Yep. And that equals 80%, right? So it's a quite large safety margin.
Albert, I didn't sign.
I don't think I have the list.
Safety margin, safety margin unit, safety margin.